great morning. I was pulling cards again on Ivana and her death and her casket. And her death was not an accident. What I got was first the cards came out and there was something that he didn't want them to see. Okay? So I put the health card again in the center to see what's going on. What happened about her health? Well, again, above it, I had this one that had come out in the other reading again, closing off something about the health and the actions that took place. Okay? And where is this looking? Overseas. So she knew something because there was a doorway to conversations that could have taken place. Something she knew about Trump, and what's crossing it is Trump and his toxicity. Okay? There was something that she knew that he was afraid of coming out. So I'm going to put Trump here in the center. And let's look and see what's surrounding Trump. What can you tell me about Trump? What was it that she knew? This fact that she fell down the stairs and there was a cup of coffee thing next to her, and it didn't make any kind of sense. It was damage to her torso. If you fall down the stairs, it's not going to be damaged. It would be damage to your head and things, but that's not what it was. So let's look and see what's surrounding Trump. What is surrounding Trump that she knew? Secrets. Secrets. Above it all, there were secrets. Major secrets happening that she was juggling, okay, about what was being built, what was being constructed. She definitely knew something. Let's see what else it has to say here. Writings, something written, something about where he was going, and what's crossing it is obstructions. So what he was walking into, because he wasn't walking away from this, it's secrets about what was being walked into, and I think, you know what, I'm going to put this obstruction. Should I put obstruction or, you know what, let's put the secrets in the center and see what it says about these obstructions that were coming up. Now I think part of it, when I see this obstructions and things that were being built, I'm sure that she knew something about Russia putting out these obstructions when it came to the elections, etc. So let's look and see what are the secrets. What can you tell me about the secret? What needed to be hidden? What was it above it all, these secrets that needed to remain secret? The plot thickens. I really want to give these a good shuffle. Okay, so let's see what we have above it. This new action. Okay, there was this action based on these secrets. And light, perhaps some light being shed on an action And so they had to take her out. Okay? Retreat. By who? Yeah. Whatever it is, he had to keep it secret. Going into it about the White House. And toxic happenings at the White House and where it was going. Okay? Where it was going. New actions perhaps being revealed, some sort of a secret about what took place in the White House, and he had to move forward to keep her quiet, to take her out. So let's continue the story and see what we have. So what was this toxicity? Let's see if it's going to tell us what was this toxicity. Let's put this in the center and keep going. What can you tell me about this toxicity? What was so secret that this new action had to be taken? Something to do with overseas. Something to do with... Now, don't forget, the very first thing that they did when Trump got in the White House was Don Jr. went over to have a secret communication put from Russia, Consul of Russia, so the U.S. government would not know what they were doing. A back channel to Russia. Okay? So what we have above it, this toxicity, these were the desires. What was being sold. The merchant. Okay? The merchant Trump. Trump was the merchant. And this was some sort of a new overflowing thing about, again, not wanting this to get out. About this toxicity that he was in the center of. And this was based on what he was selling, the merchant. He was selling. Now, maybe it was his view of selling some of this stuff to Russia, an obstruction, the doorway to obstruct things, and the health, the light on the health. Toxic obstructions, a doorway that he was selling. And I think it's, was this the health of the nation? Okay, that he was willing to sell out America? Okay? He was willing to sell out America and these obstructions, and I think this is part of it. Maybe some selling of secrets that wound up happening, but there was something, he may not have had at that time, I'm not sure of the timing of this, of actually having the documents in hand. But as president, he was given a lot of information, and it looks like some of this obstructing this doorway, he was selling. He was putting it out there. Okay? He was the merchant. Okay? The merchant of this toxicity. Okay? He was willing to sell out America and obstructing this doorway. Okay? And it was about the health of the nation overflowing. So he was in the process of selling something. Let's do one more round and say, is there anything else you can tell us about this? What else can you tell me about this? It feels like he was selling some secrets, trying to set up some sort of a obstruction somewhere. He was helping Vladimir for sure. Above it, we have this mental things, truth, knowledge about something that he held painful, okay? Underneath is painful, striking at the heart of the nation and what was happening rapidly. Again, had to take her out. Putting something to rest, didn't want it to get out there. So it's about knowledge, something about knowledge, or also can be my thing for legalities, the fly in the ointment, and underneath of it rapidly, this was all Trump's doing. The marriage, the marriage, behind the scenes, knowledge that he was willing to put out there. And I think that this is something that could hurt our nation. You know, I'm wondering if part of it is this thing that's going on, this the uber right that's trying to take over across the world platforms, something to do with that type of a thing that's going on with it. The fly in the ointment. Holding on to knowledge, very painful knowledge, okay? It's crossing it rapidly that Trump was involved in, with the fly being the fly in the ointment when it came to this and the pain. So let's go ahead, we're just going to go ahead and do the fly. And what can you tell me about this fly in the ointment? The fly on the wall, things he was privy to, that he could pass to Russia, etc. So above it is about America. Things he knew about America. Okay, what was being birthed, new things coming up. Foundation, the payoffs. Payoffs. Okay, from the White House, what was crossing at the White House. Payoffs about America that he was putting out there. Things that he had seen, things that he would know as the president, that he was handing out for favors. Because Putin had gotten him elected. Remember, Putin said, absolutely yes. You know, Trump said, oh, Putin has told me he wouldn't interfere. Why would he interfere? And Putin absolutely flat out said, yes, I helped him to get elected. Flat out said, yes, I did it. Okay? So we have the crushing wheel of this marriage that he had going, that was being struggled with, okay? And this is things that he would put out to the community and the people that was being worked on, okay? So this was something that he was absolutely in there struggling with. Major thing. Also, that what was crossing it was the community in the White House. I think this is the MAGA movement that he had going. Okay? He was the fly in the ointment. He was there privy to things that other people would not see when it come to America, what's being birthed, what's happening, and he was out there selling this. Okay? He was giving it out. And so now he's got this crushing wheel that's being struggled with. Okay? Which he's now selling to the community. He was privy to things that other people have no knowledge about that he was willing to sell. Okay? It was about America and what he was willing to give out from the White House when he was president. Okay? Well, now that he's not president, I'm sure they're not going to give him all the full-blown everything, although he can get some information being, if he's running for president. But I think that they know that he is so toxic, they're not going to give him the deepest information to be sharing with Putin and with these other oligarchs, okay, which he continues to put on a pedestal. He sold out America, okay? And again, there was something that Ivana knew that he was afraid was going to come out. This was not an accidental death. And neither did you see any of her children weeping big crocodile tears for her, okay? I thought that was so insane. Her funeral, none of them look at all disturbed that she had lost her life, okay? So I'm going to leave that here, and we'll just have to see what continues to play out. But man, Trump has had his hand in so much toxicity. He has been a criminal from day one. And now that things are coming back on him, he is just in absolute terror and losing his mind, literally. He is, and I said that long ago, he's got dementia. He is, if you go back to my readings, when he first got into office, I said that this man has got dementia. And it's, again, we look at it and it's getting more and more apparent. He can't keep a train of thought, and everything they keep projecting about Biden is what's going on with Trump. I don't know how they think that type of projection is going to work. That what's going on with you are blaming others for. I don't get that, how they think that's going to solidify in the end, because anybody that's rational can see that it's all nonsense being put out. So anyway, I'm going to leave that here, and today I'm going to be back with Hoga Lee. We're going to give it a shot and see how that goes, so hopefully it goes fine, and that Stuart D. Soma is not going to be acting up in the middle of the readings. I have no control over Stuart. When Stuart D. Soma decides he's going to make a ruckus, that's it. Look what I can do. I have no control over that. So hopefully Stuart D. Soma will be quiet and I'll be able to do the reading without Stuart's interference. So on that note, I'm going to leave that here, and we'll see you online.